Numbers 24 and 18.
Check.
All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom Yabba Shem Yashai brought the thumb to the brothers, Shalom Yahweh Shema Al Shem Yashai to the sisters. We are the Isupk Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group.
Right.
We teach that also called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. We are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and Esau, or as you might know him as the white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right. So,
matter of fact, before we even begin, let's just clap it up real quick. We have Passover, you know. Watch for everybody that attended honors the Lord Passover, not the pagan holiday of Easter. Real quick, I don't know if y'all went through it, but we had it in Houston. The spirit of Easter is very strong out there. It was a lot of people, a lot of our people celebrating Easter, not realizing that that's not your true heritage.
Right.
A bunny laying eggs ain't got nothing to do with Easter. Okay, it's the Passover. All right. So if you missed it this year, I suggest you get on track now while you still can, because time is running real short. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the news. You need to pay attention to the news. Everything that's going on with Iran, Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, the U.S. We'll get into that later. I don't want to take too long. But if you didn't already know, today's the Sabbath service. We're going to be reading Numbers chapter 24, verse 18 to chapter 26, verse 23. 49 verses in the Hebrew. Priest and Officer Abadia Aleph will be reading in the Hebrew, and then we'll give the breakdown in the English 7 by 7. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. We got to continue pushing this truth out. I cannot stress that enough. You got anything about it before we continue?
No, sir.
All right, so just rise me and the brother up here. So I invite you, which means to stand.
Aleph to Israel.
Sorry.
Which means to rise, stand, and face the east. We're going with the prayers in the Hebrew and the English. Beginning with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Hayah, Sumka, Yahweh, Blakufka, Tabaa, Ratzaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Ratalanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wastalaknawa, Kawawatnawa, Wastalaknawa, Kawawathinawa, Wala'a, Tabiyanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rat, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahtapara, Bawalamya, Aman.
Now in the English, our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
into temptation.
Deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power. And the glory.
Forever.
So be it. Amen. This is the power in the Hebrew Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba Shemi Haushai.
Bashim Yahshua.
Baba Kusha.
Shah.
Talanawa.
Talanawa.
Hakat.
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 Arapa'a. Call Makala.
Call Makala.
Call Marawa.
Call Marawa.
Hakat.
Hakat.
That's a hard.
That's a hard.
Hamat Zabrayam.
Hamat Zabrayam.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahaquayam.
Lahaquayam.
Hamathim.
Hamathim.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Harakawa.
Harakawah.
Hatama'ala.
Allah.
The Gar Son.
Shun.
Ba Shemi Haushai.
Bashim Yahshua.
What am I?
Now in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name Yahshua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please.
Give
us the power.
Give us the power.
Power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the
The
leper.
power to cleanse the leper.
Power to raise the
The
dead.
power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean
The power
spirits.
against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them
In
out.
the name of
In
Yahshua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is blessed Israel in the Hebrew Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba Shemi Haushai.
Bashim Yahshua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Yashra'ala.
Yahshua.
Bahabaya.
Bahabaya.
Saparia.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba Shemi Haushai.
Bashim Yahshua.
What am I?
What we just said was Lord.
Lord.
In the name of Yahshua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of
In
Yahshua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Yahshua.
Ayanya.
Yanya.
All. Aharyam.
Aryam.
Ba'ayan.
Yan.
Yaba'ah. Isaiah.
Zoya.
Isaiah.
Zoya.
Ma'ayin.
Ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Shah.
Samayam.
Yum.
Rataza.
Baptiza.
All Yathan.
Done.
Namawat.
What?
Rogalka.
Walker.
All Yanawam.
All in one.
Shamarka.
Marker.
Anala'ah. Yanawam.
One.
Wala'ah. Yayashtan.
Shun.
Sawamar.
More.
Yasra'ala.
Yahweh.
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 Shamarka.
Marker.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Zalka.
Yah.
Yah.
Yamka.
Ka.
Yawamam.
Yomam.
Hasamash.
Smash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Ka.
Wayarah.
Rock.
Belayala.
Love.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Marker.
McCall.
Call.
Rai.
Right.
Yashamar.
Shamar.
Tapaska.
Pash.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Shamar.
Taza'afka. Wabawa'aka.
Why?
Ma'ada. Why? I will love.
I will love. Now in the English, Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my
From
help?
whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He that keepeth thee
will not
will
slumber.
not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
shade
Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The sun
day,
shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve
The
thee
Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve
He
thy
shall
soul.
preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy
The
going
Lord
out
shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in
thy coming in
from this time
from
forth
this time forth
and even
forevermore.
looks like it. And even
Forevermore.
This
This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
All the Me'alakah.
All the Milakah.
All the Rash.
Rash.
All the Shaquat.
All
All Kayahana.
Kayana.
All Yawabika.
Yebika.
Yahama.
Yaman.
Yawan.
One.
Ra'ash.
Ash.
Alaimaka.
Alimka.
Yair Yamwa.
Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sabda.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Yaitazawa.
Wow.
Altis Fawonika.
Monica.
Amarwa.
Marwa.
Sluggy. Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Kakidam.
Kakina.
Goya.
Goya.
Wala'a. Yazakar.
Zakar.
Shamya Sha'ala.
Shamya Shala.
Awada.
Da.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawa.
Laba.
Ba.
Yakadwa.
Kad.
Ayaka.
Cut.
Baria.
Or ya.
Akawakwa.
Rafa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawam.
One.
Wayashamai.
Washmai.
Alayam.
Yum.
Mawa'aba.
Abu.
Wahagariam.
Gorium.
Gabal.
Ball.
Waimawan.
One.
Waimalak.
Palasha.
Palasha.
Salai. Waimalak.
Palasha.
Palasha.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Shab.
Tazawar.
War.
Gum Ashawar.
Gamashwar.
Nalawa.
Why?
Imam.
Mom.
Hayawa.
Why?
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 Labunya.
The Bunya.
The what?
Why?
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Shab.
Lahum.
Lahum.
Kamadya.
Madi.
Kasaya.
Ya.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Kayabya.
Yabi.
Banakal.
Call.
Wayaswan.
Where Shwan.
Wasawa.
Shab. Why?
Bayan.
Yan.
Dara.
Tara.
Hayawa.
What?
Daman.
The man.
The Adama.
Ma.
Shayatamu.
Shaitam.
Nada.
Da.
Yamawa.
Why?
Kaira.
Rob.
Because of Ba.
Kasba.
Because of Ba.
Kasba.
Because of Zomani.
Zomana.
Call Nas Yakamwa.
Call us Yakumwa.
Star.
Ashore.
Marwa.
Moral.
Nayara Shah.
Shah.
Nanawa.
Why?
Nawa.
Nah. Why?
Alahayam.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahayim.
Shayatamu.
Shaitam.
Kagaga.
Gogala.
Kakwats.
Watch.
Lapunya.
Punya.
Raka'a. Punya Hum.
So you said, wow. Next one's Kash.
It's like Ka'as.
Kash.
Tabayra.
Tabayra.
Yaira. Wakalahaba.
Kalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Hawaryam.
Yum.
Kunt.
Kun.
Tardakma.
Dap.
Basairika.
Basaira.
Wabasa.
Sa.
Wapaka.
Papa.
Tabahalam.
Balam.
Mala'a.
Ah.
Punya Hum.
Punya Hum.
Palawan.
One.
Wayabakwashpa.
Quatumka. Shumka.
Yahawa. Yabaswa. Wayabahawa. Aidi. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kayata. Stumka. Yahawa. Labaka. Aliwan. Alcohol. Ha'aratiza.
Psalm 83. In the English, Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty
They
counsel.
have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted. Against thy hidden.
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
For being a nation.
For being a nation.
In the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
A sword also was joined with
them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
They
became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like Oreb.
And like Zaid.
Yea. All their princes.
As Zabak.
And as
Almuna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
The
house of God.
In
possession. Oh my God. Make them like a
wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame set the mountains on
As
fire.
the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
with thy tempest.
And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. And they may seek thy name. O Lord. Let them be confounded. And trouble.
Forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Or
the Most High.
Of all earth. These are the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Yahweh Shai. Wamayaka Allah. Watzab Yah. Alawap Yahana. Alawap Hasarunya. Hakwat Zayonya. Hakahoyoya. Wa'akwat Yun. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. The water.
Amun. Now in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
And
Yahushai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai.
The name of Yahushai.
Thank you. So be it. Sorry for me. You may be seated. All right, for anybody who just now might be tuning in, we're going to be starting from the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 18, all the way to Numbers, chapter 26, verse 23. Like I stated previously, Priest Officer Abad Ya'ala will be reading in the Hebrew, 7x7, 49 verses, and then we'll give the breakdown in the English. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, by all means, feel free to put it in the chat. Participation is always encouraged.
Right. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 18 in the Hebrew. Wahaya Adawam, Wahaya Yarash, Sha'ayar, Aya Bayawa, Yasra'ala Aisha Kayal, verse 19. Wayarad, Makwa, Maya Aikwaba, Waha'a Bayada, Shadarad, Ma'ayar. Verse 20, Waya Ra'a'ath, Imalak, Waya Sha'a, Malashawa, Waya Amar, Ra'ash Yath, Gawa Yum, Imalak, Wa'akara Yath, Waya Akarathwa, Idawa, Abada. Verse 21, Waya Ra'a'ath, Hakwayana, sorry, Hakwanaya, Waya Sha'a, Malasawa, Waya Amar, Ayathan, Mawasha Baka, Washa Yum, Balasa'ai, Kwanach, verse 22, Kaya Yahaya, Laba'ir, Kwayan, Aida, Mawa, Ashawar, Dashawa, that's a Baka, verse 23, Waya Sha'a, Masha Lawa, Waya Amar, all Maya, Yakaya, Mashamawa, all, verse 24. Wayataza, it's like Wataza Yum, Ma'ide, Katha Yum, Wa'ai Nawa, Ashawar, Wa'ai Nawa, I Salaki, I Barya, it's like I Bara, Ga, Wagama, Hawa'a, Idaya, Abada, verse 25. Waya Kwam, Balawam, Waya Lak, Waya Lak, Waya Shab, Lama Kwa Mawa, Gawama, Balaka, Halak, it's like Halak, Lada Rakawa. The book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Waya Shabbat, Yashra'ala, Bashamath Yama, Wana, it's like a Waya Call, Ha'aim, Laza Nawath, Banawath, Ma'aiwab, it's like Mawa'ab, verse 2. Watha Kwara An, La'aima, Lazabakya, Alahaya 1, it's like Alahaya Wa, Wa'ai, it's like a Waya Akal, Ha'aima, Waya Shath Ka Wa, La'ala Haya Hala, verse 3. It's like, stop at 3 right there. Keep going.
7. Actually, stop at 24. But give you a certain amount.
19 to 24 or 20.
Yeah, 18, 18, 22, 7. So it was 18, 24.
Oh, so like, okay.
Nah, it's 12. All right, so we're going to begin Numbers chapter 24, verse 18 in the English.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 18 in the English. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion. He shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
So again, going back to Genesis real quick, going back to the prophecy that Jacob is supposed to be the one that's in charge. Israel, right? Us, we're supposed to be in charge. And right here, it's even been promised right here in verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession, right? Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly, meaning that we are supposed to be above them. So the fact that Esau is running the world, like just to paint a picture, everything that is wrong with the world is because Esau is in charge. We're not. You got to think a grander scheme of things. Don't just think United States of America.
Right.
You got to think worldwide. All the powers, all of them European based. I'm talking about the Netherlands. I'm talking about France. I'm talking about Italy. I'm talking about Spain. I'm talking about Portugal and all the other heathens that are associated with them. Because Esau isn't just in Europe. He's dwelling in other countries too. I'm talking about what you know of today as Israel. Them, the Israelis. Because remember, Esau, right? He was in the Middle East at a time. So we would name it as the Middle East. And he procreated out there as well. Again, don't just think skin complexion. I forgot what they are. The Kardashians, they're Slovakia. Armenian, that's what it is. They're Armenian. Armenians are Caucasian. If you look up, you looking it up right now?
Yeah.
If you could real quick, because I just want to show people. When we say so-called white man, so-called Caucasian, we're talking about all of them. What we know of today as Caucasian in America is usually stereotyped as strictly the European. I think mostly the Western Europeans, which would be the colonizers that came over here and colonized, right? We ain't just talking about them. We're talking about all of them. We're talking about the Armenians. Yeah. We're talking about
American Armenian.
Yep, Armenian. If you could, you look up the Caucasus region real quick. To name off a few. Okay, so the Caucasus region is a mountainous, culturally diverse region spanning Eastern Europe and Western Asia between the Black and Caspian Sea. So, of course, you know the Russians, we already know about them, right? But Armenia, Georgia, and Slovakia, I'm going to butcher this word.
Azerbaijan.
The water. So you got to think the grand scheme of things, right?
Right.
Them as well, okay? Why do you think the Kardashians are such a powerful family in the entertainment industry? why do you think that everybody that's in charge, I'm talking about everything, the higher you go, the wider it gets,
right.
because they're the ones that run everything. Even I just recently found out in Brazil, right? So the reason why they actually freed the slaves, you do your research. The rumor is that they found out that in North America that they started freeing the slaves. So they, again, it's no different out there. They freed them, right? But then it was kind of like, here you go, like, you know, whatever you got to do is what you got to do. They didn't give them any assistance,
right.
no reparations or anything like that. So if you look up Brazil, you look up what we would call it as like the ghetto, right? It's a flower.
Favela.
The water. Favela, that area, and it's like kind of sits up. It's kind of, I guess you could say it's somewhat mountainous, but it's like all these different houses, but they're all like cluttered together.
Right.
You've seen them before. You've seen it like a lot of movies that are based in South America.
Where Michael Jackson shot that one music video.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally.
Yep. So that's literally what it is, right? So the history behind that, we'll call them Afro-Brazilian, right? Afro-Brazilians moved out there because all the Europeans, they took the flat land. The flat land was easier for them to grow crops. It was easier to just manage because it's flat, right? They didn't want to go up and down some little mountain, so they gave that to the Afro-Brazilians. Said, you know, all the ex-slaves can go over there. So they did, right? And that was a favela. The reason why it's called that is because there was a flower called the favela that grows over there. So anyway, as usual, wherever we go, we can make it work. We can make it beautiful. We can make it thrive. And it was a very beautiful area at one point, right? The water. So what happened was the government out there in Brazil found out about that land. And before, they never wanted it until we were out there. The reason why they wanted it was because where it's located, you can oversee all of Brazil pretty much. You can see all the major cities. You can see the water. It's a very beautiful view. So you want to know what they did? They said, oh, wow. Yeah, we want that. Typical, right? So they started to push them out. Now, they're still in that area, but then again, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The same way the crack epidemic was out here, right? We didn't bring crack with us. They put crack in the neighborhoods, and then they put weapons, which of course created the stereotype that black people were just criminals. And no, what happened was you took a people and you isolated them, stripped them of their culture, stripped them of any resources. So now you said, okay, we're going to put y'all all over here. We're going to put a whole bunch of drugs. We're going to make it harder for you to get a job. We're going to limit your education. We're going to take the fathers out of your communities. We're going to stress the hell out of the women there. So now you have like this big melting pot that's just waiting to blow up. Now you throw crack and guns in there. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to kill each other.
Right.
That's exactly what's going to happen, because guess what? Iba got a family he got to care for. I got a family he got to care for. All these brothers got a family they got to care for. We're going to shoot each other. And guess what? Now it's black on black crime, as they say. It was no different in Brazil. That's why it's not really a rumor, but they say like, oh, you got to be careful when you go in Brazil, especially in those areas, because there's a high crime rate. Why is there a high crime rate there? Because they pushed them closer to, it was like the prisons. So now, yes, there are a lot of criminals there, but because they planted the criminals there, so now the stereotype is, oh, you can't go over there because it's not good.
Right.
You see how the white man is? That's why we're not afraid to say that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You are a deceiver. You are a monster, and your entire culture and being is to take from everybody. Even now, they're trying to gentrify the Jamaican beaches out there now. And now, if you look it up, there are supposed to be no private beaches in Jamaica. You look online, the white people that are going over there, who are moving over there, they're now making private beaches illegally. So because they don't want any of the locals there, they don't want any of the black people there, but you still want what black people have.
Right.
It's everywhere. And the sooner we know this, the sooner we can sit here and say, hey, let's put our stupid little differences aside and come together as a people, and maybe we'll get somewhere.
Right.
That's why these classes are important. For anybody who sees the classes, oh, why are you doing this? This is why we do it.
Right.
The world is still messed up. I don't know about you, but if you see the orange man in office, he's
orange man.
He wilding. If anybody doesn't know, he wants. So this thing called NATO. I forgot the actual verbiage for the acronym, but it's pretty much where the water. NATO. Okay, NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So what this is, it's all these different nations that are supposed to be allies of the U.S., right? Mostly European, of course. We already know that. Well, if you didn't know, Trump wants to pull the United States out of NATO. Anybody know why? I'll give you a quick summary of what's going on right now. So the United States started a war with Iran. The thing is, though, you got to go through people to start a war. You have to have a justifiable reason to start a war. Well, Trump don't give a damn. He said, no, I'm going to start a war over there, and I'm going to end it quickly, and I'm going to take all their resources. Well, this is one of the few times it didn't really work out like that. Iran is not the third world country that he thought it was, and it's a little harder to colonize them. They fighting back. Not only are they fighting back against him, they're going back against his allies, aka Israel, right? So the other neighboring European countries are actually upset because he went behind their backs to start this war. They didn't authorize this. They're supposed to be allies, right? We're supposed to be friends, right? Hey, how about you let your friends know what's going on? He didn't tell them. He did what he wanted to do anyway. So now the other European countries, you got to think, they got their own countries. Right. They got their own people that they got to worry about. They got their own government. So now we're in a time where they don't want to needlessly go to war. You have to weigh out the pros and cons. War means casualties. People are going to die. Is it worth the gain? A lot of them are looking at it like, nah, this is not a good idea. And now they're mad at him and they're saying, you know what? You're on your own. We're pulling out. So now because he's upset like a spoiled brat that doesn't get their way, he wants to pull the U.S. out of NATO. He's like, oh, well, my friends won't help me now. So you know what? I don't want to be friends with you anymore. He's burning bridges. This is why the white man don't need to be in charge. Right. Even your own brethren do not want to help you because you're wilding. You're doing too much. You're starting a war that didn't need to be started. And now there's a lot of casualties. Also, the internet is very vast. We already know about the Epstein files. That ain't nothing to black people. Black history as far as slavery is way worse than the Epstein files. Not to negate what happened. It's still horrible, but we're not shocked. That's all I'm trying to say. But then on top of that, the world is now knowing just how evil the nation that you know of as Israel today is. Right. They don't like them. We find out about the Orthodox Jewish communities in Lakewood, New Jersey. Y'all can go Google that. Talmud? That Talmud is wild. Disgusting. It's wild. The things that they tell you that you could do in there is wild. They're using up all your tax money, living off of government assistance. Meanwhile, black people can't do that because we'll be labeled lazy and poor. But they get to do that. And also, again, just to show that they are not the real Jews that the Bible speaks of. Right. If you are the real Jew, why are you not in your land? Why are you in the U.S.? Why are you here? Where's Christ? Everybody knows that Christ is real, believe it or not. You can go Google it. You can go look up all the historians. They all have come to the conclusion that, yes, Yahushua Mashiach was and is a real person. Right. So, if that is true, which it is, it's been prophesied that once we get our land, Christ is going to lead us back over there. So how are you over there? Where Christ at? Why do you burn in the sun? You're not supposed to be out there. Like, unless he changed his name to Benjamin Netanyahu. He not over there. Crazy. That's real though. Where are you at? Why are you still in the United States of America? Right. Shouldn't you be in your land? Why is it that you've been driven out of over 50 different countries? You want to know why? Because historically, it's been known that wherever they go, they try to colonize it. And they do the same thing they do in here. They try to do it everywhere else. They go to the media. They try to section you off, take all your resources. Because to them, you're good. You're, an animal. You're a beast. You're cattle. You are a non-Jew in their eyes, right? Even though they're the ones that stole the culture, right? That's why they flee everywhere. One of the places that they fled to, a little quick history lesson, was Argentina. I don't know if y'all knew this. I think I explained this last class. It's not, I believe it might be NATO. Don't quote me on that. But all the countries have now finally, after all these years, decided, you know what, the transatlantic slave trade was a horrible thing that happened. these people deserve reparations. Now, is it actually going to happen? I don't think so. But, it's a step in the right direction, if you will. Well, all countries had a vote. So some of them just chose to abstain from voting, right? Mostly European, of course. Not shocked, right?
Bruh.
But there were only 3 countries that specifically said no. Like, they voted no. Real quick, because I don't want to take too much time. The 3 countries that voted no were the U.S., Israel, and Argentina, which, fun fact, Argentina was one of the South American countries that Jewish people fled to. And I believe the president is Jewish. He's not even really, yeah. Also, Argentina has the largest European population out of all of South America. Because sadly, another history lesson, during war, they sent all the black slaves to the front line so they could die. The population of black people in Argentina is 1%. That's why they have beef with Brazil so much. You think it's about soccer. Oh, no, they're racist. They hate them. They hate Brazilians because Brazil has, I think it's like 60% of them are considered black.
Right.
So, when they out there, they be trying to, say all the typical racist stuff, calling them monkeys, all that stuff. But no, that is straight up racism. It ain't just about soccer. No, they hate them. So a lot of people don't like Argentina.
Right.
Because most of them ain't even real, like the indigenous and black people over there, ain't a lot of them. There's a few brothers and sisters out there, but I mean a few. So that's all I got. You got anything about before we continue?
Okay, if I could, just to rewind on what we was talking about, the Caucasus region. If you look up the Caucasus region, it'll tell you all these countries, Azerbaijan, Russia, Eastern Russia, you know what I'm saying, to all the way to, that little part of Asia. And you look up where was the modern day Khazars, who the Khazars today are what we would call the so-called Jew. You look up where modern day Khazar is, and guess where it just so happens to fall? It just happened to fall in the same region as the Caucasus area.
There you go.
Telling you that these people are not the Jews that the Bible speaks of.
Come on, man.
When was the Bible ever prophesied that we were going to go in the Caucasus regions? It never said nothing about that. It said we're going to come to a land where no man dwelt, and then a couple thousand years later, guess what? The rest of us going to follow over here. Guess what? Now we all spread through South or North, South, and Central America. Never once was it said that the Jews of antiquity will be in the Caucasus regions. So how the hell do this man that calls himself the Jew today come from the Khazar region, which is the Caucasus area? It makes no sense. And the media, and not even sounding too conspiracy theories, but the media and everyone is going to convince you that these people are the real Jews. You know what I'm saying? And they have no evidence to back it up. What, you got a DNA test? I remember one time I was on Discord debating with somebody. Oh my God. It was bad. It was horrible because his evidence was disgusting. Like, it was just, he had a DNA test tracking him all the way to David saying he was Judah. My thing was, I said, if you're Judah, you can track your lineage that far back. Why doesn't it start with Judah? Why does it start with David? You know what I'm saying? If you're a so-called Jew he said he was Judah, by the way. Did I tell you he said he was Judah?
I'm surprised he actually claimed
yes, really.
They didn't do that.
Then he pulled up a DNA test. A lot of it started with David and it went down to a whole bunch of people and it ended up in this rabbinic family. I'm like, you said you're Judah. Why can't you track it all the way back to Judah? Why does it start at David? I'm saying obvious because evidence was fake. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they'll give you this BS evidence saying, well, I have a DNA test telling me I'm related to Aaron. I'm related to Joshua.
Aaron.
Specifically Aaron.
Okay.
I'm related to this, that, and the third. You ain't related to nobody. You know what I'm saying? The Jews of that the world knows today are not the Jews. And it's heavy that we have to hammer this point in because everyone thinks so and they're going to convince you this. And no one's going to try and tell you different because why? You're going to say this and guess what? Tomorrow your bank account shut down. Well, tomorrow you're fired from your job for no reason. Tomorrow all your social medias are deleted and now you're just wiped off the planet. You know what I'm saying? Wiped off the face of the planet. Why? Because you're telling the truth. These people are not the Jews that the Bible speaks of at all. And the fact that they're going to steal your identity and we go out on the street corners and tell you that this is your identity and that they're stealing it, you still want nothing to do with us or want nothing to do with your identity? It bothers me. It genuinely does. Because how are you going to sit back and let a man that does not deserve your birthright, that sold his birthright for a bowl of Campbell's chicken noodle soup, beef and beans stew, tell you he's you? And if we tell you your blessing, we tell you all the good things that the Lord has promised you, all you got to do is follow his law. You turn around and call us crazy, yeah, we're going to be crazy. And you're going to be sane. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be so-called sane. You're going to be dealing with a man that eats babies and suck baby rods. Go ahead. If y'all want to, so be it. But the fact that someone is telling you your true identity, that this man is not the Jew that the Bible speaks of, you do nothing, man, we so scared. We've been built like that. We've been built and designed, and all the oppression that we went through, to just be hushed, to be silenced about everything. Well, no more. No more will a black man, Hispanic man, or Native American man be hushed. Not in 2026.
Right.
It's time for us to start speaking up and telling the world who we are, because this is the only way Christ is truly going to come back. Because I'm telling you right now, he didn't change his name to Benjamin Netanyahu. He didn't. I'm saying the kingdom of Israel is supposed to be ruled by Christ, not a prime minister, not a political party. You know what I'm saying? The only way Christ is going to come back and the real Jews return back to their land, because they're not right now. I'm going to keep saying, I don't care if my bank account gets shut down. I'm going to tell you 10 times over that this is not the Jew. The only way possible that the real Jews are going to get back to their land is if you tell the Jewish man to his face on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Of course, going through the proper training of the UPK, that he is not the Jew and that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
That's the only way we're going to return back to our land. That's the only way we're going to get it out of America and get true salvation. Salakia.
Nah, it's absolutely right. Salakia. We'll continue.
Verse 20.
20.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead. We'd like to get on that.
And when he looked on Amalek,
go ahead.
He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. He looked on the Kenites and took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Kenites shall be wasted until Asher shall carry thee away captive. It's like, if I could.
Go ahead.
They calling us cavemen. They literally just said that one of the princes of one of the people of Esau, of Edom, is going to put their nest in the rock. I was never living in no cave. Anybody tell me?
Hey, real
quick, like, golly.
Who's Amalek? For time's sake, exactly who we talking about right now. That would be a so-called Jewish man, because Amalek is a descendant of Esau. Those one of his children, right? And now again, like you said, and he looked on the Kenites. The Kenites, by the way, that's not us. That's it's the tribe of Moses's father-in-law. I forgot exactly. Somewhere in Palestine, but it's not one of us. But he looked on the Kenites and took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Historically, Black people have never lived in a freaking cave. We actually can't. We can go down to biology, why we have darker skin tone, why Native Americans look the way they look. You want to know why? The closer you get to the equator, the hotter it gets, right? You go anywhere. This anybody, right? You're going to have darker skin. Why? Because it protects you from the ultraviolet sun rays, right? Your skin is also thicker. So that's why you're less prone to having skin cancer. All right, you're not immune necessarily, but the more melanin you have, aka the darker you are, the more protection you have from the sun. Also, it absorbs vitamin D, right? We need to be in the sun. That's why a lot of Black people in the United States are actually vitamin D deficient. You're probably vitamin D deficient and don't even know it. I found out from my doctor. I work in the desert. I'm in the sun, and apparently I'm still not getting enough sun, which is kind of crazy.
Not drinking enough orange juice, apparently.
Apparently not drinking enough orange juice. That's freaking crazy. My point is, though, we are supposed to be a people that dwells in a warmer climate, if you will. If we lived in caves, we won't die. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, and I mean that like wholeheartedly, because when you're vitamin D deficient, that actually affects your health, your mood. For sisters, it's definitely gonna affect your body. We cannot thrive in a climate like that. So why the hell are the people that you know of today as the Jews, why they look like that? Why, when you put them out in the sun, they burn? Aren't you supposed to be God's chosen people? Why would God's chosen people be afraid of the sun? That doesn't make any sense to me
at all.
Shouldn't you be in a warmer climate? Shouldn't you thrive in the heat? I mean, you were slaves in ancient Egypt, right? Right? You could draw your lineage all the way to Aaron, right? To David, but you're Judah, right? But it only goes as far as David. Shouldn't go past that.
You a Davidite, bro.
you a Davidite.
Davidite.
Real quick, before we finish up this real quick, it's because to kind of touch on what you were talking about the DNA test. So I found out some time ago that DNA tests, they said it was actually illegal in Israel. But what it actually says right here is,
it keeps getting better. So I care.
DNA testing is legal in Israel, but highly regulated to protect privacy, genetic DNA, and prevent discrimination. While commercial ancestry kits like 23andMe can be used, court-ordered tests are mandatory for legal matters such as paternity. Strict regulations govern genetic testing to prevent misuse of genetic information. So you mean to tell me you God's chosen people? And look, if I could prove through a DNA test that I am lineage of Benjamin, man, I'm proud.
Right.
What you need to hide it for? Why do you need to hide your identity? You want to know why? As you brought up earlier, because it's fake. DNA tests are fake. All it tells you is, it tells you where your ancestors dwelled for a time. That's why a lot of black people, you take a DNA test. I'm not saying you should, but if you did, you'll probably get somewhere in West Africa and all that stuff. That doesn't tell you, because we did travel over there from Israel,
right,
and we dwelled out there for a very, very long time. All right. But you peep how it stops there. They ain't gonna go beyond that. They'll tell you, oh yeah, you have 5% European. They'll tell you that shit. Spot you. They'll tell you all these other things, but they won't tell you what you are beyond that, because who runs the DNA test? It's white man. That's who does that. So you're going to a white man to tell you what you are, but he can only date it back maybe a few hundred years, and then it stops. But for the Jewish man, he has all the evidence, right? But then yet he can never show you. That's why I thought it was so funny when he told you that he was a Jew. Like, I'm like, damn, that's crazy, because they don't even claim tribes.
I'm related to Judah. Show me. Can't.
Can't.
What you mean? I can't.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you don't even got to get a DNA test. If they really are who they are, go in the Bible. Show us right there. My family was here. They can't do that, bro. Just like how they weren't slaves in ancient Egypt.
Right.
There's no way you could have. You would have died, because you're not built to be in that type of environment. Egypt is in Africa. It's hot as hell. So you mean to tell me they're going to get a bunch of people who can't survive in the sun to build the pyramids? You're going to do hard labor in the sun? Come on. I don't believe it.
Right. So like, if I could, I was in a conversation with another idiot, and he was telling me, we were speaking about DNA tests. He was telling me that DNA, he doesn't believe in the Jews of antiquity being black, natives, and Hispanics. Then he got into DNA tests. Then the idiot said something. He said, if you take, let's say a black person from, I don't know, North Carolina, you give them a DNA test, their DNA will either trace back to West Africa or Europe. I said, you realize you just cut yourself, right? He said, how? I said, because the Jews of antiquity fled into West Africa. Idiot, and then they were held captive as slaves in Europe, were they not? For hundreds of years, and then they came to America as slaves. Like, even the white man's not good at hiding their own evidence. Yep. The Jews of antiquity fled into West Africa. Only people whose DNA test traces back to West Africa is the so-called Negroes in America, and people that came from West Africa 2 days ago. They fresh off the boat. I'm saying they the Jews, but the Jews of antiquity in the Bible, after the siege of Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying? They fled to West Africa. Why? Because we fled to someone that looked like us. You know what I'm saying?
Try to blend in.
Exactly. It
didn't work, but we tried.
I'm not running from the cops and going to Italy.
You going? No, for real.
I'm going to the DR.
Slocky, if I could. No, that's
like, bro.
Would you really think about it? It makes so much sense, because why in the hell? Like, if we're fleeing from Roman persecution, you think we're going to flee like to the Netherlands?
It's like a little kid standing behind a pole, acting like you can't see.
Yeah, me. Like you can't see me.
Like, nigga, I see you.
Like you stick out like everybody else up in here is white, blonde hair, blue eyes, or brunette hair, whatever the hell, and then there's you. And you just sitting there like, I'm one of them. You look stupid as hell. So of course we're gonna go to an area where it's like, okay, like they kind of look like us. Okay, we can just vibe here for a while,
right? Because
we'll blend in. That was the thought process. It didn't work, but like you said, that makes no sense. Makes no sense. And like you said, the real Jews fled to West Africa, West and Central Africa. And then the other 10 tribes, guess what? They were already in the Americas. Why do you think when they came over here, they were already writing books about the so-called Native Americans? Like, right. These are God's chosen people. They were studying, or they came from the East. There's so many books. They have so many books referencing that. But of course, playing off the ignorance, they at some point they knew that so-called Native Americans and all the Northern Tribe brothers and sisters, they lost their way a long time ago. So it was like, oh, we know who they are. They don't. So let's make sure that they don't know. Indians. Let's enslave them to Indians. That's another thing. They didn't even know where they were. You want to know why? That's why I don't say North American Indian, because Indians belong in India. That's a whole other region. When they came over here, they thought they was in India. For anybody who doesn't know that, they thought that they were in India. That's why they called all them Indians. And at some point, it was like, oh wait, wrong stop.
They don't got spices here. They got gold and. So, oh my gosh!
Like you continue.
Come, verse 21. And he looked on the Kenites and took up his parable and said, "Strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Kenites shall be wasted until Asher shall carry thee away captive." And he took up his parable and said, "Alas, who shall live when God doeth this?" Verse 24. And ships shall come from the coast of Chittim, and shall afflict Asher, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish forever.
So we'll okay. So 25. Well, you already read.
Yeah, 25 to 3.
Yeah, do that.
No, I already read 25 to 3.
Oh, then we can just keep going then.
So that was 7.
You did 7, so 24. So 25,
4,
2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So 25. Sorry, slack it. Numbers chapter 24, verse 25 to 25 and 6. You read up to 3.
So just read 4 and 6. 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 4 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Yahweh Amashah, Kwak Ath Ka, Rash Ya, Ahi. It's like Ha'aim, Ha'aima, Waya Yahweh Kwai, Awatham, La Yahweh, Nagada, Hashamash, Waya Shabbat. It's like Waya Shabbat, Apa, Yahweh, Mayashra Allah. Verse 24, Waya Amar, Masha, All, Shapath, Ya, Yasha'ala, Igara, Ayasha, Anashayawa, Hana Tazamad, Ayam, Laba I, Laba I La, Pi War, Verse 26, Waya Ana Ayash, Mabunya Yasha'ala Ba, Waya Kwaraba, all Akiyawa, Hamadayana Yata, La'ayana, Masha, Wala Aya, Naya, Ka, Aida, Banya Yasha'ala, Wahai Maha, Bakayam, Paka, it's like a Pathak, Aha, Ma'ai, it's like Ma'ai Da. That was right there.
All right, so we'll begin Numbers chapter 24, verse 25.
Okay. The book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 25 in the English. And Balaam rose up and went unto return to his place, and Balak also went his way. Verse 1. So, like at the book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 1 in the English. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab.
So, okay, we've all been down this road. You can go ahead.
Okay. If I could.
Go ahead.
It's even crazy that when we get to this land, the first thing we do is go sleep with the women. Do you not understand where these people came from? And it's not to bash these people, you know what I'm saying? But they're heathen, who cares? Right? The children of Moab and Ammon are naturally made from incest. Yep. That's why they look like that. That's why they all look like they all look like they have Down syndrome. It's because they're inbred. It literally came from 2 daughters and a father. Like, you couldn't be closer in DNA. Your DNA couldn't clash worse. That's why they all look alike. And the fact that we get in there and be like, hey, well, her eyes so little, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
That's wild. It's really wild. I'm laughing, but I have to laugh because it sounds ridiculous.
Like, yeah. And it's literally how we are today. How many so-called black men do you see with an Asian woman? You know what I'm saying? Or do you see with a white woman? Or do you see with some weird, you know know what I'm saying, Zimbabwe, African boo-boo scratching tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have to always go for the foreign? Do you see the sisters on that chart?
Come on.
So like, and this is not just because I'm in a school. Before I was even in school, I thought like this. Israel has some of the most beautiful women ever. They can't be topped. No little Japanese girl that you're going to get from Japan that eats bugs and roaches and everything in the sea is going to look better than any one of those sisters on that chart. Ever. And just to make it even better, they are ordained by God. You know what I'm saying? The Lord loves them. It's like,
why? Because, like, if I could real quick, just to comment on the sisters real quick. Sisters, you are the only women on the entire planet that other women copy.
Oh my God.
I don't know if y'all know, like, I'll be seeing all types of stuff on the internet.
Right.
Korean pop, K-pop, as they call it. It's a whole bunch of Korean groups that literally just remix black people music. So I kid you not, that's literally what it is. And if you see like K-pop fans, they're weird. They're weird as hell, but it makes sense because they're literally just cosplaying black people. They just remix it a little bit. But my point being is, again, all these Korean women, I'm talking about they getting box braids, trying to darken their skin, trying to, like, mind you, they don't look like that. And they do that. I'm seeing Korean dudes with dreads and all this. Now, dreads are a dirty hairstyle. We shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
But sadly, that is accompanied with the identity of being black to other people, because it's still something that brothers do, not in the school, of course. But my point being is what he was bringing out, you God's chosen people, sisters. I'm talking about all 12 tribes. And you are the only women that other women copy. Black women do not try to copy Asian women. They don't do that. You don't you don't see any of that. Latina women do not try to copy Arabic women. You know what I'm saying? Like, but everybody else tries to dip and dab. Ooh, what are they doing? Matter of fact, what y'all probably already know, BBL culture, all that stuff. They literally will find, I found this out, they will find specifically a black or Latino woman for their features. They have I guess like a chart or something, and they'll pick out the features that they want. And then they'll tell the doctor what they want to look like you. They paying thousands of dollars to look like you for a hard butt that don't move. That's what they doing. Salakia. I got to be real with you, just to put it out there for you. So to go back to what Priest Officer Abade Allah was saying, really got to think about it. We are bold and shit'em, and the first thing we did, we saw Moab and we said, yeah, though. For real, dog? Look, if you don't think lust is a demon,
right?
Come on, we talked about Solomon.
Kingdoms have failed.
Literally. We've talked about Solomon. I think obviously he's the most famous one. We've always talked about it. We talked about Samson, another famous one. This one doesn't get highlighted as much, but we're gonna highlight it. If I could, you could continue.
Okay. And they called the people, it's like verse 2, and they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods,
right?
And the people did eat and bowed down to their gods.
Okay.
And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel.
Okay, so real quick, right? So Baal Peor, if you don't know what that is right here. It's a Moabite deity worshipped on Mount Peor, known for indecent rites involving sexual impurity. So you see, again, what just happened. We went somewhere else. We saw a bunch of heathen women, and the first thing that we thought, we didn't think. We thought we're on rods and thought, oh, we're going to go have sex with them. But I don't want to get too vulgar, but I really have to emphasize this. You got to think the crazy stuff that you be hearing about now, like in all these big corporations stuff, like women doing obscene things, men doing obscene things. Sexual impurity, it's already in interracial marriage, it's already a sin, right? You got to think it wasn't just sex. Like, they're doing disgusting things you shouldn't be doing sexually with these women, if that makes sense. Like, it's above that. And now it got to a point where now we're worshiping a sexual deviant God that is not ours. So now you see how it's more than physical. Your spirit starts to wane after a while. You start messing around with these heathen women. I don't know what it is, but like you just start getting farther away from God, and you like, you know what? Maybe I should eat cat. You know, maybe I should eat raw fish.
You know what, y'all mean? You was right.
You was right, man.
Buddha is the way.
Boy. Or them brothers become Muslims and all that. You start trying to dip, you get farther away. You don't think they do, but them heathen women have an influence on you once you start making you start making out with them and all that nasty stuff. Their spirit starts to overtake you. You think, oh yeah, I'm a man. You know, they can't know. So why are you with her?
Right.
Spiritually, why are you with her? Why out of all these 12 tribes you could have chose from, you chose an Asian woman, a Filipino woman, a Korean woman. You chose a woman from Japan, or whatever the hell. What do you have in common with her? Other than you want to be like her. That's what it is.
And she want to be like you. Y'all both don't want to be
you know, and you're right.
That's exactly what they have in common. They both want to be each other. They want to be someone else.
You both hate yourself. That's really what it is. You're right. That's what both y'all have in common. She hates her culture and you hate your culture. So now you can hate each other's culture together.
It don't make sense, but it makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. So that's all.
Come on, Kyle. Also, like, if I could, right quick.
Go ahead.
It's almost like the Lord told us this was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When we go and dwell in heathen lands, he told us not to give our, you know what I'm saying, our daughters or our sons to them to marry him. Why? Because they would turn us away from following him. Mm-hmm. It's almost like he told us it was going to happen and then it happened. So it's almost like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Okay. It's like verse 2. And they called the people unto their sacrifice and of their gods, and the people did eat and bow down to their gods. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. And Israel said unto Moses, and the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun. The fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel.
Come on, man. Again, we've read this too many times. Like, I feel like the reason why these topics are brought up, highlighted so much in the Bible, is it keeps happening. And there's a problem. There is a problem. Why do you think when you turn on the TV, media is so powerful and people don't understand it? Why do you think that they try to portray anything? Black man, white woman. Black man, Asian woman. Black woman, white man. Black woman, Asian man.
Black man, black man.
Yeah.
Black man, white
man.
Yeah,
that's another thing. When there is a black relationship, they're gay. Or they're messing around with a heat. Like, that's put in front of you for a reason, because they want you to get away from God. Even the stereotype, right? The stereotype is that black men specifically marry out of their race more than anybody else. And it's almost believable, right? Because that's what you see on TV, right? That's what you see in media. It's always a black man with a non-black woman every single time, right? But then again, statistics, got to fact check stuff. You know who actually marries out of their race more than anybody else? It's Asian women. Again, they hate themselves, right? And a lot of them want to be in proximity to whiteness. Like, that's a whole nother phenomenon. But my point is, black men, it actually shows that
it muted.
It muted?
I don't know why I keep doing that.
Slut. Oh, okay. But it's programming, right? And it's to get you away from God. Esau does not want you to love your women.
Right.
And here's another one. Hey, Slakia, I call it out. Northern tribe as well. Besides, okay, Hispanic women marrying Hispanic men. Do you want to know what follows right after that? Hispanic women marrying white. Sis, you are a fetish. You are a fetish.
Right.
You know, you hear all the stuff, the big booty Latina and all that stuff. You are a fetish. He does not respect you.
Right.
You are something to pleasure him.
Right.
And guess what? Most of the Salakia Latina women that end up with a white man are usually the whitewashed Latinas who hate themselves. You think you Mexican American, you voted for Trump. You're pro-ICE.
He convinced you to.
Yeah, you're one of them, and you love it. You love being a white man's pet. You love it. There's no difference from anybody else. Why? Because he does not want you to realize that you are God's chosen people.
Right.
He wants you to be someone's erotic fantasy. That's it. Because guess what? You going to sleep with that white man, guess what? You're going to have kids. Them children are Edomites. I don't give a damn if they look like you or not. Those are Edomites. And guess what? When they have kids, they're going to be Edomites.
Right.
And so on and so forth. And guess what? Your lineage is destroyed. That's why we stress this so much. That's why they push it so much. Even the fact that it's not just the interracial sex. It's also we were worshiping another god. Don't that sound familiar? It's not like, brother didn't lose an entire kingdom doing that, We didn't even get to that point. That's the crazy part. But it happened before even he came about. It's almost like the Lord wants us to learn, hey, maybe you shouldn't mess around with them.
Right.
Just kind of throwing that out there. Salakia, that's all I got.
Verse 5, and Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. Verse 6, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
I think that's it for that.
Yeah, come on.
6, 7, 13.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
This is an ignorant nigga right here. Niggas is getting killed for sleeping with heathen women. This nigga gonna walk past like, what's up, Moses? In his face. It said in the sight of Moses. Y'all gotta read it. What I'm saying, y'all gotta turn the receptors on. This is a Negro book written by a nigga.
He ain't give a damn.
This nigga walk past Moses. Niggas getting killed. He see the heads on his. He said, "What's up, Moses?" Kept it pushing. Like, bro, are you serious right now? Like, this just shows you how it's like not to keep on going. This just shows you how ignorant we are. You know what I'm saying? Why? It sounds like when we at camp, we telling you, man, you're not supposed to be sleeping with a white woman. That's a nigga walking past with a white woman. So it's a couple more brothers. Man, y'all teaching hate. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Man, I love this woman. This woman loves me. No, she loves thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? She loves what you can do for her. She don't love you. Yeah. Idiot.
She loves a rod.
Pause.
That's what she loves. That's what she loves.
Like,
and you're just supplying it at the moment. That's all it is. Second, you stop supplying it, even if you are supplying it, she won't find something else. You're a pet. That's Salaki. Like, I'm not trying to talk down on anybody, but I need to say it like this because that's what it is. Like, Salaki, I'm gonna elaborate as we keep going. You could read the next 7 verses. So it's just so much to
right. The book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 7 in the Hebrew, Wayara'ah. It's like Wayara'ah Panakas. It's like Panapayanakas, Bun, Ala Izar, Bun, Haran, Hakahan, Wayakoma, Nathawak, Haidaha, Yas, like Wayakwak, Rama. It's like a Ramak, Baya Dawa, verse 8, Waya Abad, Kar, Ayash, Yashra Allah, all, Hakwa Baha, Waya Dagar. It's like Waya Dakwar, Af, Shana Yahum. It's like it. Af, Ayash, Yashra Allah, Wa'af, Ha'ash, all, Kwabath Ha, Kwabath Ha, Watha Ai Tazara, Ma'al, Banya Yashra Allah, verse 9, Waya Hayawa. Like a Waya Hayawa, Matha, it's like a Hamathium, Bamaga, Hahawa, Arabai, it's like Arabai Abaha, Wa Aisha Rayama, Alab, verse 10, Waya the Bar, Yahweh or Mashallah Amar, verse 11, Paya Nakas, Bun Ala Izar. Allah Izara, Bun Aran, Akahan, Hashayab, Ath, Kamath Ya, Ma'ai La, Banyaya Sha'ala, Bakwa Na'awa, Ath, Kwana Ya, Batha Wakam, Wala'a, Kalathayatha, sorry, Kalayathya, Afanya Yashar Allah, Bakwanath, so like Bakwanathya, verse 12, Kana Amar, Hananya, Nathawa, Lawa, Ath, Baya, it's like a Barayathya, Shalawam. So like verse 13. 13 that's the last one. Verse 13, last one. Okay, come on. Waya ha, it's like Wahayathya, Lawa, Walata, it's like Walaza, Raiwa, Akarayawa, Barayah, Kana, it's like Kahanath, I will so I will Thakat Ashar Kwana A La Allah Hayawa Waya Kapar, it's like Waya Kapara, Waya Kapar, I'll Banya Yashar Allah.
All right. So you'll start from verse 7.
Okay. The book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 7. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand.
Keep going.
Verse 8. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both them through. And the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. Let's give Phinehas a hand.
Bruh, you know how mad you gotta be. I don't know if y'all ever seen a javelin. Y'all ever seen a javelin? Big as hell. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if y'all ever seen somebody actually throw a javelin. You don't just throw it, right? You kind of have to, you got to hold it kind of like this, and you got to aim and chuck that thing. So you, not only did this ignorant,
Moses.
This very ignorant brother, not only, mind you, we dying. There's a war going. He walked in front of the congregation, in front of Moses. Moses, very high status at this time. He walked in front of him with his Midianite whore. Also, real quick, a Midianite and a Moabite, same thing, right? So he's taking her in front. He's like, it was good. Got her on his arm right there. They go in the tent. They getting busy while everything is going on. So Phinehas, he saw that and was like, no, we not doing that. Took the javelin, caught them in the act, and speared both of them through the stomach. Dead. That was a very righteous brother. Because what did the Lord do? This is how the Lord operates. And I know it sounds harsh, but we have to understand this. That saying one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch is very real. That's why the Lord, he got to do away with some of us. Salakia. It's just real because if he allows for a certain type of people to fester within our community, they'll overtake anything. Same thing with this. This is a man, he ain't give a damn. He had sex with that woman right there and did not care about anything. He knew it was a sin. He knew he was wrong, but he didn't care.
Right.
He just wanted to be a sexual deviant. And the Lord knows that if he allows for that spirit to continue, then everybody will become a sexual deviant.
Right.
That's what happens. You see what happens to sexual deviants nowadays. A sexual deviant, I really got to put it out for you. There is no limit to how far they will go. It's kind of like a drug, right? That dopamine that kind of goes off in your head. A sexual deviant, enough is never enough. It might start with they have sex a lot. Have sex with this woman, that woman, whatever. Then it keeps going. Now you have sex with multiple women at the same time. Now you have sex with your brother's woman. Now you start going and it gets worse. And this is real. Now you start having sex with all different types of women. Some of y'all might go so damn far you don't even give a damn if it is a woman anymore.
As long as it look like one.
As long as it look like. Let me tell you something. You know how many times I heard Esau's military, a hole is a hole? That's wild. That's wild. You are so down bad that you have now turned into a closet homosexual. Because anything to pleasure yourself. Anything. Some of you might even go as far as now you're diving into pedophilia. That's a sexual deviance.
Right.
It just keeps going because that's what the demon wants. It wants you to destroy yourself. It wants you to keep going farther and farther away from God. And then what happens? Somebody catch you in the act, they kill you. Or at the very least, you go to prison. Could have stopped it, right? Because that was the end goal of that demon. And the Lord knows that that is going to be your fate. So it's probably easier to just cut you off right there. Maybe you should get your act together or just not go down that route because there is nothing good waiting for you on the other side. You will die, either physically or spiritually. He died for real. That's what happened with him, and that needed to happen. They had to cut him off. That's why the Lord said, hey, hang the rest of them. All right, turn their faces that way. I have to get rid of them from the congregation. We in a war, and y'all are fiending for a Moabite box. That's wild. You getting away from it. So lock you. That's all I got. You got anything?
So like, I'm after this verse right here.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, had turned my wrath away from the children of Israel. Let's give Phinehas another hand, because what he did right there was so righteous and so zealous to spare this man and this woman to eradicate the evil spirit of sexual deviancy out of the children of Israel. The Lord wasn't even mad no more. The Lord like, God damn, Phinehas, man, what's my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like in today's time, we need brothers like Phinehas, not to spear brothers, you know what I'm saying, but to be this bold for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Right. To be this bold and for righteousness. You know what I'm saying? To not be afraid of the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. It's like, I'm not saying go out and spear nobody. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people will not come into the school or not, go to camp because they're scared that people from their job might see. You know what I'm saying? Or their friends might see, or their woman might leave them, or their kids might not want to be around them. This is the kind of the zeal that you have to have for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You have to be unapologetically zealous for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? This brother saw someone committing evil in front of his face. Walked past Moses. Yeah, I gotta hammer that point in. The niggas are getting killed for sleeping with heathen women. He's gonna walk right past Moses. He's not even scared either.
Like, right here.
And still, when he didn't even try to turn it around or nothing. He's like, Moses, I was just gonna go unalive her, you know what I'm saying? Just, she been running around with the cat.
Didn't even try to
lie. Like, that's how you know that spirit of sexual deviancy is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna blind you from a lot of things. It's gonna blind you from not, sleeping with a modest woman, sleeping with a woman in general, sleeping with a child. You know what I mean? That's how you know that this spirit is so heavy and that this is something that must be eradicated out of this nation. Absolutely. Because so many families, so many houses have been torn apart because of sexual deviancy. Yep. Because a woman wants to bring a man into the house that she has no clue about, that she met at the line in the fast food spot. You know what I'm saying? But she brought him home a couple weeks later. And now, your daughter is coming and telling you that he did something to her. You know what I mean? Sexual deviancy is a horrible spirit. And just like the Lord said that when Phinehas did this, the disease, the infection of sexual deviancy wouldn't spread. Why? Because this brother if he wouldn't have been unalive right then and there, he would have been like, man, I just got to this media night, man. Hey, I walked right past Moses, and Moses didn't even say nothing. Guess what? Mm-hmm. Now everyone he's telling is going to want to do the same thing. And now guess what? The spirit is now festering.
And if I could real quick, that's such a heavy point, what you just said. He walked right past him, and if he would have gotten away with what he did with no consequences, that just would have reinforced his behavior. And of course, just like a demon does, it would spread. He had to cut him off. And real quick, there was something else you said I wanted to touch on about how we keep harping this because we really need you to understand. He walked by him in the open, and I made a comment saying, "Oh, he ain't even trying to lie about it." Still a sin, right? But here's the thing: he had no shame. That is sexual deviancy today.
Right.
Think about it. Whores have been around since forever. It's
Genesis.
Yeah, like not for real. They've been around since the beginning, right? But there was a time where whores were in secrecy because even a whore had some level of shame. She knew that deep down what she was doing was still wrong.
Right.
Brothers would try to sleep with them on the low. It's always on the low. Keep it low key because you knew what you're doing is wrong. That's why you try so hard to hide it. Now, the spirit of sexual deviancy is so overpowering in this world in general that people no longer care. There are women who are walking around proud, knowing that everybody has seen what she's looked like. And guess what? She doesn't care because guess what? She got all this money now. She can buy whatever she wants. So it seems like, right? But again, the spirit of sexual deviancy, it's still a demon. A demon's job is to destroy you. Because a lot of those women, you see all the IG models and all this stuff, they go on all these fancy trips. You want to know why they go on all these fancy trips? They're selling box. You want to know why women's mental health is on the rise nowadays? Is because they're doing stuff like this. You are subduing yourself to be okay with something that you know is wrong, and you're trying to convince yourself like, but I got this new car, I got this new house. Deep down, you still feel shame though, and you got to numb yourself. That's why you do drugs. That's why you drink. That's why you do these things, because you have to numb yourself to make yourself. You have to convince yourself that this is okay. There was I think she's a sister. There was one, she was talking about how I guess the story was she got mad or was embarrassed, which is crazy. She got embarrassed because she sells it, right? She got money. She went to some party. Somebody who's seen her content, if you will, called her out right there, right? And she was embarrassed. How you embarrassed? How you like, oh, I just wanted to live a normal life. You ain't living a normal life. This is your profession. This is what happens when you don't have shame. Because you think that this is okay. You think men respect you, that you're valued.
Right.
No. If no one's going to tell you, we'll be the ones to tell you. Sis, you need to protect yourself. You are designed to be with one man and one man only your entire life. Don't let these whores try to convince you, oh, you need to be free. Freedom, that type of freedom may never serve us well. You know what that type of freedom leads you to? AIDS, STs. I think there's an STD rise in Texas, by the way. Just pointing that out there. Why? Because everybody out here doing whatever the hell they want. Why is it in Atlanta? You got to walk, what do you call it, a pie chart or whatever? Some chart to pretty much prove, hey, look, guys, I don't have an STD.
Oh, that my chart stuff.
Yeah. So it's like you have to. We're in a time where you have to walk around with evidence. Hey, guys, I'm clean. Why do you even need that? That just let me look out here. You really out here. Like doing God
going
knows
crazy,
what.
like
shame. You gotta cut it off. That's why the Lord he has to cut you off if you cannot get right.
Right.
And please, for your own sake, don't ask for the Lord at that point, because He's already given you more than enough chances. The Lord don't hear sinners. The Christian church has lied to you. That's why He wants you to sin. Think about it like this: why is it that everybody on the face of the planet pays attention to Black people? Hispanics, Native Americans, so much. Why are they so obsessed? It's because somewhere in their spirit, even if they don't know it, they know that you're different. And they gotta steer you away. They cannot let you know who you are. Because if you did, you throw the whole planet out. That's facts. So you gotta tackle that demon, man. Lust is a hell of a demon. That's
So no, it literally just did. After literally as you got done talking. Verse 11, right? Verse 11. Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, had turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore I say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it in his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God and made an atonement for the children of Israel.
Sidebar, real quick, before we continue, just to prove that the so-called Jewish man is not God's chosen people. So we brought up the Talmud earlier, right? I've never read the Talmud, but I have heard some of the things that are in the Talmud. One of the things that are in the Talmud is it is okay for them to, let's just say, take advantage of a woman, and you will not suffer any consequences as long as she is a non-Jew. The Talmud pretty much says that it's okay for you to rape women. Right? That's what it says, as long as she's a non-Jew. But then, kind of weird, because in the Bible, it tells you that first of all, you should not be doing that. I hope you suffer all types of consequences for doing some crap like that. But also, it tells you stay away from the non-Jew, right? Stay away from the Gentile. Stay away from the strange woman. So why you read one book from so-called God's chosen people who's telling you that you can sexually assault a non-Jewish woman, but then the Bible is telling you, God's chosen people, that you shouldn't even touch a Gentile? Why is this saying the opposite of this? Somebody got to be lying, right? So I'm just saying.
No. And they'll bet it on that the Bible is wrong before they even say that they're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's another spirit that the fake Jew has. It's pride.
Mm-hmm.
He's so goddamn prideful. It bothers me. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I see him and I'm like, yeah, Christ gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? He gonna knock that little hat right off your head. No, he gonna knock the head off your shoulders with the hat. It's like it.
Busted ass side. Looking crazy.
Like, it doesn't even make the Lord tells us not to shave our head. We can't shave our head. Yes, they do. They shave the head. And they keep them little
yarmulke.
Like, bro.
Like, well, show me in the Bible or anything where the so-called Jewish man,
yarmulke.
Like, when did we ever dress like that?
Or those hats. Even to touch on what we was talking about earlier, those hats, those little big furry hats.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where they come from? Come from Russia. That's a Russian thing. Mm-hmm. Why the hell are y'all doing Russian customs if y'all the Lord's chosen people? Where in the Bible does it tell you wear that big, funny, furry raccoon beaver hat on your head?
It'll be hot as hell outside somewhere.
Oh my gosh. And it's like some kind of ceremonial thing with your little peyotes. Where in the Bible does it tell you to wear that? No, nowhere. Y'all took the things from the who y'all really are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are really showing the world who you really are. But the world, everyone is so dumb nowadays. Like, it's, put it out there plainly. Everybody's so dumb and they're afraid to pick up a book that they don't understand that this hat, everything that they do is not of the Bible at all.
You know what it is? That's their culture.
Literally.
That is European, Caucasian culture. They have convinced you that, it's otherwise. I ain't never seen a Jewish man wear a garment.
Ever. They be in that little black suit. It's just musty.
That's all I'm saying. Everything, all the customs we've seen here, I ain't never seen them do. So
right. The next in the Hebrew.
So 14 to 26 and 2.
Okay. The book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 14 in the Hebrew. Washama Ayash Sha'ala Hamakah Ashar Hakaha'ath Hamadai Yanayata Zamaraya Banyai Salawa'a Nasha Ya'a Bayath Ab Lasha Manya. It's like a Lashama Ainya, Lashama Ainya, Shama Washama, Ha'ash, Hamaka, Hamadaya Nayatha, Kazabaya, Bath, Tazawar. It's like it tells a war. Ra'ash. Tells a war, Ra'ash, Amawath, Bayath, Ab, Bamadan. It's like a Bamadayan. Hawa'a, verse 16. Wayadabar, Yahweh Amashala Amar, Tazawar. It's like a Tazara, like Tazara Wara'af, Hamadayana Hada, Hamada Yanayam, Wahaka Yatham, our thumb, Kaya Tazarayam, Hama, Lakama, Banaka, Laya Hama Ashar, Nakalawa, Lakama, Isle, the Isle, the bar, Pai War, like Pai War, Wa'ila, the bar, Kazabaya, Bath, Nashaya, Madayana, Akathum, Maka. It's like Hamaka, Bayawam, Hamagapa, Hamagapaha, Isle, the bar, Pai War. He said 26 and 2.
26 and 2.
Come on. The book of Numbers, chapter 26, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Waya Haya Akarayawa. It's like Akaraya. Hamaga Paha, Hawa, so like wa Allah, ala Izar, Bun, Harun, Hakahan, La Amar. Verse 2, last verse, Sha'awa, Ath, Ra'ash, Call, Idath, Banyaya, Sha'ala, Mabana, Aishariyam, Shana, Wama La, Labayath, Abathum, Call, Yataza'a, Tazaba'a, Baya Sha'ala.
All right, so all right, Numbers chapter 25, verse 14.
Come on, the book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 14. Now, the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, the prince of the chief of the house among the Simeonites.
That's great.
Prince of the chief, like, oh my goodness, like
that just goes to show it don't matter what your title is.
Right.
You can still fall. The Lord does not care. You were Israelite from what we would deem the lowest man to the highest man. You are still a child of God, and you will all be held to the same standard.
Right. Come on. Verse 15, in the name of the Midianitish woman that was slain in Cosby, the daughter of Zor, he was head over a people and a chief of the house of Midian. Now this right here, Midianitish and Moabitish, there's a common debate in the Bible that, it's like, what was this name? Ruth? Was a Moabitess?
Oh yeah, they try to say she was Moabite.
Right.
Moabite. Yeah.
Now, when you trace back her lineage, it comes back that she's an Israelite. It says it in the scriptures. She says a Moabitish woman. Now, this right here, this can confuse a lot of people too. Midianitish woman, but it says the Midianitish woman that was slain, called the daughter of Zor, traced back her lineage, and she was still the house of Midian. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, just to debunk that, because a lot of people like to say Ruth was a Moabite. Mm-hmm. So, like, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, vex the Midianites and smite them. For they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor and the matter of Cosby, the daughter of a prince in Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. What does it say for verse 19?
There's no 19.
Oh, there's no 19?
No, there's no 19.
Okay, come on.
Go straight into the 26.
Come on. The book of Numbers, chapter 26, verse 1.
If I could. Verse 18, where it says, I'll just read it real quick. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, vex the Midianites and smite them, for they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosby, the daughter of the prince of the Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague of Peor's sake. Again, I know y'all probably tired of us saying the same thing over and over again. We have to say this. Lust is a hell of a demon. For they vex you with their wiles, meaning what? These women seduced them, and it was so easy. You got to be better than that. You got to understand something. This is war, right? This is spiritual warfare. They know that you are a man. You're a man of God, right? Why do you think you're attacked so much? Why do you think they try to throw these lustful things at you? Because that's the easiest way you'll get them in. They want you to fall and succumb to lust. Because, okay, how do I say this? I'm trying to explain this as fast as I can. When you are a man and you battle another man, you're already on guard. Why? Because you see that man as a threat. You have to survive, right? One of the easiest ways that you can take down a man is to send a woman, especially a heathen woman. Right. Because guess what? In their eyes, this is a woman. She's soft and delicate. She's not a threat. It's the easiest way. It happened with Samson, did it not?
Right.
They sent a Philistine prostitute after him. They couldn't beat Samson. Samson will kill you. Everybody that tried to fight him died or just lost, right? So what was the easiest way to take him down? Send a woman. You won't fight a woman. She'll seduce you. You have to understand that. Keep that in mind, so-called Hispanic and black man. When them heathen women try to approach you, even though they might not even think it in their head, that is Satan tempting you to say, right. Hey, get away from God. Get away from your people. Get away from that. Be with this woman. Mind you, 12 whole tribes of beautiful sisters. And they won't throw an Asian woman at you, an Indian woman at you, an African woman at you. Somebody who is not of your people. Why is that? Indian. Crazy, right? But then some people still do it. And you got to think.
So it's like, I don't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you good.
That's lust. You sleeping with an Indian woman, that is the strongest lust demon ever. Because how? They don't even bathe. That can't be nothing but a demon because you're going to ignore the smell, her teeth not brushed.
You down bad.
Like, you down bad.
It's down bad. It's down bad for all of them when you really think about it because European culture, they don't bathe like that neither.
Right.
For a lot of Asians, when I tell you Asians will eat whatever, I don't know I don't know what's in their body for them to process this stuff. I don't know about you. Like, you mess around and eat some raw fish, you're gonna get parasites. You're gonna get sick. They can eat raw fish. I don't know how they do it, but they'll do it. They can eat insects. They can eat shellfish. They can eat all types of stuff and somehow be fine. I don't know how. It's like, okay, it's lucky. But they'll do this, right? And you still want to sleep with them. That gotta be lust, man. It gotta be lust. That's one hell of a demon. You know their culture, you know their background, and you still look at them and say, I still want that. You're down bad. You're down real bad. And guess what? Satan is going to capitalize off that. I'm emphasizing brothers. I'm not saying that this doesn't happen to sisters too, but I feel like lust definitely targets the brothers a lot more. It's just crazy, and you gotta get away from it. I cannot specify this enough. You gotta get away from it. I don't care how good she looks. I don't care if she tries to come up and talk to you. I don't care. Stay away from these heathen women, man. You will destroy yourself. Don't be like these fake Israelites out here who try to teach that you can have heathen women in the congregation. That is a spirit of lust. That's what that is. They are completely okay with the idea of bringing out these women into the congregation because, truth be told, they don't serve God. They probably serve Baal, if anything, or Baal Pure, if anything like that. So Salaki. Oh, young man. Third day. Oh, third day. Okay. Psalm on Christ.
In a row.
Also on Christ. Yeah, that's all I got on. I just you gotta defeat that demon of lust.
Right.
You got to. So
Verse 1.
Verse 1. Okay. So Numbers chapter 26, verse 1.
Cool. The book of Numbers, chapter 26, verse 1 in the English. And it came to pass after the plague that the Son spake unto Moses, like that the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saying, take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel for 20 years old and upward through their father's house, all that are able to go to war in Israel.
Okay, so this is kind of like a draft in a sense.
Right.
But like, again,
for the Lord.
Yeah, for the Lord. Don't think of it like Esau stuff. Matter of fact, another fun fact, it's not really fun at all. So in December 2026, later this year, they're going to do mandatory registration for men ages 18 to 26.
I'm not going no war.
I know. No, you protected on the side.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can try.
But that's what they're doing now. You want to know why? Because there's been a decline of participation within Esau's military. Now, why is that? Actually, clap that up. Clap it up real quick.
Who wants to fight for the devil anyway?
No, most definitely. That's why, though. That's why, because now, with this new technology, people being a lot more aware of what's going on in the world. Yes, especially with Gen Z. Gen Z, oh yeah, they ain't rocking with that. They like, oh no, the government is corrupt. The world is corrupt. It's run by a bunch of power-hungry, capitalist, racist pedophiles who are going to sit here and have you fighting a war that they created. Really think about that. They want to take this territory instead of doing it themselves. They're like, we're just going to draft all these pawns over here, and we're going to send them out there, and they'll die. Give them a little here and there.
Give you a charger and $50,000.
There you go. We'll give you a re-enlistment bonus of $10,000 that you're probably going to blow through anyway because you don't have any financial literacy. So that's really what's going to happen. But it's a lot here. But that's what they want. That's what they want. And now a lot more people they're aware of this, right? Also, a lot of veterans who have served are now getting online. They're telling the new generation, do not do it. It's not worth it. A lot of the things that we were promised, they don't give you. There's people who have lost their leg. There's actually a guy that I work with. He has one leg. He's a veteran. Still got to work, by the way. I want you to understand, is it really worth it? You lose a limb for these people who don't give a damn about you. It's not worth it. So there's been a slow decline in participation. Well, as usual, the orange man in the office, he knows this. He's like, I got to find a way to get them in here. So it's not like a traditional draft, but they're trying to see who's eligible so that if there is a draft, because I'm pretty sure he's going to try to go to war again. Somebody get him. But now he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get all these able-bodied people to go fight in the war that I created. He doesn't care about you. That is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He does not care about you. And he'll do the same thing. He'll feed you all these fallacies of, oh, yeah, you come in here and everything's going to be good, and then you get blown up. Straight up. You might make it out. But if you make it out, you probably have PTSD. You got bad knees. You 20 going on 40.
You probably don't even got knees no more. Your legs is gone.
Yeah, they gone. You 20 going on 40, because I'll tell you something right now. I'll tell you from personal experience. The military ages you. Maybe not physically, but mentally it ages you. And not in a good way. I get tired. I want to go home. You want to know why I want to go home a lot? Because it's quiet. I've already heard all the explosions. I've had to paint a picture for you, an aircraft carrier. We call it like a berthing. A berthing is pretty much like your sleeping quarters, and you share it with anywhere from 10 to 30, sometimes even more than that, 50 people, right? Where our berthing was located, there are these catapults on top of the flight deck that shoot the aircraft off. Our berthing was directly underneath the catapult. So every single time I tried to go to sleep, I would just hear a loud ass bang and it would shake the whole berthing. Mind you, there's multiple flights going. Sometimes we would have night flights. Planes might not get back until like 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And you just hear that all day. So I kind of like quiet. You get what I mean, right? Now, there's people who've been through worse. I know people who've had to go through, who worked in infantry for the army, and they're going shipped off to Afghanistan, and their best friend just got blown up in front of them. Like
crazy.
This white dude I work with, he was in the army, and yes, he said his best friend, they were out in Afghanistan, and he over here, he over there, and he stepped on a mine, blew him up. There was nothing he could do for him. He was dead, bled out right there. So my point being is, even if you make it out, you might not make it out. Get what I mean? PTSD ain't worth it. That's why you shouldn't serve him. That's why he is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's all I got. So you finished that too. So 7, 2 to 9,
3 to 9.
Oh, sorry, 3 to 9. So 3 to 9. But, after that one, I'll just have the rest of the Hebrew. Just knock that out.
Come on,
say, because it's mostly just names.
Come on. The book of Numbers, chapter 26, verse 3 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Masha, ala Izar, Hakahan, Athama, Ba'irath. It's like Ba'ira Batha, Mawa'ab, Al, Yaradan, Yara Kawa, La Amar, verse 4. Babanan, Aisha Rayama, Shanaha, Wama Aila, Kashar, Taza'a, Yahawa'at, Mashaban Ya, Yashar Allah, Hayataza Ayam, Ma'arataza, Mataza Rayam, verse 6, Ra'aban, Bakar, it's like a Bakawar, Yashar Allah Banya, Ra'aban, Hanawak, Mashapak, it's like a Mashapak them, it's like a Mashapak, Hakanaya, it's like a Hakanakya, Lapa Lawa A, Mashapak, it's like a Mashapakta, Hapala Aya. So like Hapala Aya, verse 6, Laha, it's like a Lakataza run, Mashapakthia, it's like a Mashapakth, Hakataza Ra one Ya, Lakarama, it's like Lakamaraya, Mashapakth, Hawaka Hamakawa, Verse 7, Ahala, Mashapak, Wa'arabanya. It's like a Ra. Ha Ra'abanya. Waya Hayawa. Pakwada Yahama Alapa. It's like a lot. It's like Washa Ba'ai Ma'awath Shalashyam. Verse 6, Wabanya Palahawa Alayab. Verse 9, Banya Alayab. Nama Wa'al Wada Thana Wa'a Bayaran Awa it's like Dathan Dathana Wa'aba Yaram Quara Wa'ai Wa'aya Quara Ya'aya Ha'ai Daha Ashar Hataza'a Al Masha Wa'il Harun Ba'ai Dath Koraka Bahataza Thumb Isle Yahweh. Said 9, right? No. The rest in English or Hebrew?
Did you read 9 already?
Yeah, I read 9.
Did you read 9? Yeah, time's sake. After, so we'll go
the English 9.
English, after that.
Come on. The book of Numbers, chapter 26, verse 3 in English. And Moses and Eleazar the priest spake with them in the plains of Moab by Jordan, near Jericho, saying, take the sum of the people from 20 years old and upward. And the Lord commanded Moses and the children of Israel, and went forth out of the land of Egypt. Reuben, the eldest son of Israel, the children of Reuben, Hanak, to whom, it's like of whom cometh the family of the Hanakites, of Pelu, the family of the Peluites. Verse 6, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites, that they were numbered of them were 43,730. And the sons of Pelu, Eliab, the sons of Eliab, Nemuel and Dathan and Abiram. This is that Dathan and Abiram, which were famous in the congregation, who strove against Moses and against Aaron, the company of Korah, when they strove against the Lord. So, like, if I could, right quick, to point out right there in that verse, when it says they strove against Moses and Aaron and strove against the Lord, why? It's because the Lord ordained Moses and Aaron to lead the congregation. So you going against the people that are teaching you the Bible and teaching the people that are telling you that the Lord is with you, and the Lord, I'm saying, loves the children of Israel. You're going to tell us we're crazy and we don't know what we're talking about. You got a problem with the Lord. I'm saying you got a problem with the way we run it here. You got a problem with God, not us. Take it up with the Lord. You can't, because he's not with you, because when he tries to send you the messengers, you turn a blind eye to him, you shoo him away. So now you just stuck being dumb.
No, that's exactly what it is, because everything we telling you is in the Bible.
Right.
When we tell you, hey, you shouldn't sleep with white women, it's because it's in the Bible. Like,
right.
Or we tell you, hey, you shouldn't celebrate pagan holidays, it's because it's in the Bible. We ain't gonna wake up on our own free time just to like tell you our opinions. About our opinions, we don't say what the Lord said. So, like you said, you got a problem with that, then personally, I don't take it offensively. Now, the Lord might take it offensively because you're really just disagreeing with him. You know how they say, don't shoot the messenger. We just the messenger.
Right.
That's what a priest is. We are supposed to tell you, the people, hey, do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. Because the Lord said so. For all y'all who talking about the Lord spoke to me last night, that was Satan. Or I don't know what you're doing. You're probably high.
He didn't take his medicine.
That's all that is. I don't want to hear nothing about the Lord said that I can do this. Show me. The Lord said for you to go out to the strip club. The Lord told you to go out with the girls and wear fishnet leggings.
I was preaching to those sisters, okay? I was telling them about the word of God.
At the strip club.
Everyone needs to hear the word. Come on now. Everyone needs to hear the word.
That's
okay.
That's
what I'm going to tell you.
You went there.
I was teaching them the good. I was telling them the gospel.
Yeah.
The good news.
Yeah.
Sister, put the pole down and come home with me.
He said, sir, I could save her.
I could save her.
Right. Gotcha.
Sure, brother.
It's a lot, but nah, for real. Yeah. That's all we're doing. I don't take it offensively. None of the brothers here take it offensively if you disagree with us. If you disagree with us.
Sometimes I'd much rather you disagree with me, because it's like,
it just make it easier for us.
Okay. Oh, you said you're not gonna stop sleeping with white women? You gonna smoke a blunt after I told you not to? Lord be with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? America's still gonna fall. Christ still gonna come back. You're just not gonna be there with us.
Yeah. And then when that time comes,
you should have listened. You should.
Yeah, you should have. You should have. But should have,
could have, would have. Damn, that's crazy.
That's real. That's real, man. We're telling you this for real. We're just trying to help you out.
Right.
I know how. Okay, we'll be with you. And that's kind of realistic. The Lord ain't with you. So I'll say that. Wow.
He's all the way messed up. Like where? Verse 10. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up together. With Korah, when that company died with them, it's like what time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. Sheesh. Notwithstanding, the children of Korah died not. The sons of Simeon, after their families of Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the son of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, of Zerah, the family of the Zaharites, of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 20 and 2,200. The children of Gad, after their families of Zephron, it's like Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggagites, of Shuni, the family of the Shunites, of Ozni, the family of the Oznaites. It's like Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Erites, of Arod, the family of the Arodites, of Areli, the family of the Arelites. These are the family of the children of Gad, according to those that were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah were and Onan, and and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Judah after their families were Shelah, the families of Shelonites, of Faraz, the family of the Pharizzites, of Zerah, the family of the Zerizzites. And the sons of Perez were Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Hamuel, the family of the Himuelites. Verse 22, these are the families of Judah according to those that were numbered of them, 16,500. Of the family of Issachar, after their families of Tola, the family of the Tolaites, of Pua, the family of the Punites.
Okay, so real quick before we close the class, everything you just read right now was a lineage, of course, right? Who is this the lineage of? House of the Father. You hear that ite, like the example right here. The children of Gad after their families, of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites. The reason why you hear that ite is like child or descendant of in ancient Hebrew, right? So that's who you're referring to. And the reason why we keep talking about it, I'm going to keep talking about it. The so-called Jewish man teaches that you are Jewish by your mother. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. You are not what your mother is. Now, what comes with this? For you brothers out there who just want to give into lust so bad, if you think that it is okay for you to sleep with a heathen woman and say, hey, my child is still going to be an Israelite because no, you're still sinning. You're still getting away from God. You're still, that child might be an Israelite, yeah, but you're still sinning and you're letting your child be born in sin.
Right.
Now, what this also says for the sisters, it's even more important for you, because you sleep with a heathen man, you have a child by him, lineage gone, just like that. That's still your baby. Don't get me wrong. That's still your child, but it's not your people, if that makes sense. Why you should get with an Israelite man. Right. And also, again, to call out the hypocrisy, where does it say that in the Bible? Everything we read, house of the Father, Judite, house of Judah, Benjamin, house of Benjamin, Issachar, house of Issachar. Like, it's always a man. It's always a man. It's never a woman. So why is it the Jewish man teaches that? Because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's a liar. And he's a deceiver. And the reason why he tells you that is because he knows damn well that he is not a Jew.
That's right.
He knows that. And he wants you to not know that. That's why every time they interview them in those little interviews that you can look it up on YouTube or TikTok, whatever social media you got, when they go to them towns and they start trying to interview them so-called Jewish people, they always be, no camera. No camera. What do you do for work? Child care.
Talmud.
Read the Talmud.
Torah study.
How are you able to afford your house? This guy told me. They really be doing that. I'm not joking. That's for real.
Because
really
God told me.
Because they really do. And they'd always be looking like
nervous. Like,
you want to know why they look over their shoulder so much? Because they know they're doing something they're not supposed to do. You're not really a child of God. You're not. You're an imposter. You suffer from imposter syndrome. You steal and you lie and you kill. That is your culture. That has always been your culture. As much as they try to make it seem like, oh, black people are so violent. Oh, the native indigenous people, oh, they're savages. Oh, they try to talk so much smack about our Hispanic brothers and sisters and try to make it seem like they live in a third world country. And then you go over to that country and realize it's way better than what's going on over here. America, a third world country. Like, what's going on now? Skid Row? All that? The fact that, like, we have a homelessness problem with all the money that y'all collect from taxes, right? We shouldn't have a homelessness problem. Y'all got all them, the Orthodox Jewish community in Lakewood, New Jersey, who's all living off of welfare, which is freaking wild. They don't work. Have you seen their houses? It's ridiculous. And it's overpopulated and overcrowded. They told me they're taking money from the school districts. So now the other kids can't even have proper food over there because they're taking it off of them and putting it into their private Jewish school. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. The funny thing is with the truth, the more you try to silence it, the louder it gets.
Right.
That's what happens. That's why every waking day, that's why Esau can't rest. You ever realize that? Like, it was, it might have been General Hyman, actually. It might have been Captain Dog. And he pointed out something. So you ever realize, like, white people, they just wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and start running?
No, I was General Hyman.
Was it General Hyman?
Yeah, because I'm like,
but like, it really puts it into perspective
ass,
for you, though, because it's like, why are you up? Like, I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I'm not getting up. I gotta go. You just running.
How you doing?
It's like, what are you running from? You don't know why? That's so in their spirit. They can't rest. They have to. That's the funny thing about lying. You gotta wake up every day and you have to continue that lie.
Right.
You have to convince everybody that the lie is the truth. You have to. Because as soon as people start asking the real questions like, hey, do you live here? Yeah.
What house do you live in? Are you watching those little kids get on the school bus?
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, we pay taxes. Hey, where's all our tax money going to? Hey, you said that we're actually not going to go to war. So why are we at war? Like people start kind of, what's going on? They don't like that. That's why they gotta
Easter.
Yeah. Like, people even celebrate Easter. We celebrate Easter. People dying.
So like, if I could,
go ahead.
What does a bunny pooping out eggs have to do with Christ being risen from the dead?
They say that's Christ's birthday. Oh no, I'm sorry. They say Christmas is Christ's birthday. I got that.
That would be a better correlation than a bunny rabbit doodling eggs out. What does it have to do with it?
Bunnies don't even lay eggs.
Why is there a bunny at church on Easter Sunday? I'm really trying to wonder where does the bunny come from.
Funny thing is, you ask a Christian pastor that, they couldn't tell you because they don't freaking know. It's a part of the core. It's about family coming together. No, really, the history of Easter is the goddess Ishtar, who is the goddess of fertility and sexual deviance.
Pastor, why is there a bunny here? Brother James, nigga, walk away from me like, bro.
Yeah, they didn't even answer the question because they know there's no answer.
There's no answer.
That's why I'll tell you why there's a bunny there, because bunnies are known to reproduce very fast, and it's supposed to be a symbol for sex. That's what it is. Now the egg, I couldn't tell you that part. I don't know what the egg.
The white man truly the devil for turning a bunny into a sex symbol. So like,
yeah, when you really think, it's a
rabbit, little bunny, Bugs Bunny.
So the bunny is supposed to represent sex. Yeah, even with Valentine's Day, the shape of a heart, that's an ass. In case you didn't know that.
Not the donkey. I'm talking about.
Yeah, like a butt. Again, sexual deviancy. You could date that all the way back to Roman times. Guess what? Where that came from? Homosexuality.
It's not even a girl. Like,
yeah,
it's not even a girl behind. It's a dude. Like, I mean, like,
and then it's a baby with wings shooting an arrow. Why is it a baby?
When the white man's culture is so weird. Like, it still doesn't make no sense whatsoever.
They don't want you to know that stuff. When you start asking questions, like even with Christmas, you mean to tell me a fat white man climbing down my chimney? Are you breaking into my house?
I don't even got a chimney.
like for real. You go, oh yeah, Santa gave this to you. Why is Santa here? Who are you? Who is this man? Like,
he's Joe from the department store. Nigga working restock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wild.
Like, bruh.
And then they be having like Santa Claus, and you got all them kids sitting on that pedophile's lap at the mall,
sweating bullets. can't breathe in that suit. Like, just nasty, nasty bologna sandwich eating bastard. Like,
oh man,
just,
like, oh god. It's like,
if I could
go
too.
ahead.
It's crazy that because the parents will take their child there to be, sit on this dude's lap, not knowing that this dude is,
aroused.
Yeah, literally. You know what I'm saying? Same way that the children of Israel would take their babies, their children, to be sacrificed into that deity. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything that we do, good and bad, comes from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Or it happened in the Bible. I mean, so it's like all these pagan holidays, like ask your Christian pastor, he can't tell you nothing. Come ask us, we can tell you everything about it. You know what I'm saying? All the disgusting and vile affections of these holidays. You know what I'm saying? All the things that truly happen on these holidays. You know what I'm saying? That the Romans really did. The Roman soldiers. Why was their military might so well? You want to know why? Because they were sleeping with each other.
Yep. Straight up.
Literally.
It was homosexuality. And when they would kill their victims, they would bring the heart to their lover. They actually had a belief that women were only made for reproducing. If that's all it was. Like you don't have sex with a woman for pleasure. You have sex with your male friend for pleasure.
Oh boy, you standing next in the squad too. Y'all just get back from war. The first thing you do is go to that. Where?
That's why there's a lot of homosexuality in Esau's military today. That's where it comes from.
Right.
I'll tell you this. There's a Slovakia. There was a saying. When we had it was like a line that you had to stand in, right? Mind you, we're like ours was like, I guess you would say co-ed in a sense, which is actually like not common. Anyway, they wanted you to stand in a straight line, and they wanted you to be a certain distance from each other. Do you want to know what the saying was? The saying was, you got to stand nut to butt. I'm not making this up. Or when you're a mechanic in the military, there's a saying of how an engine works. And the saying is suck, squeeze, bang, blow. Right. That is literally what it is. No, I'm not joking. I'm so serious.
Who was it? Who typed W? Nah, you gotta chill.
That's wild.
You gotta chill.
But no, to describe an engine and how it works.
Oh no, don't say it again. Don't say it again.
You have to sexualize
oh my god.
But again, it shouldn't be surprising. This is a white man. This is what he does. There's a whole Slovakia. I can just go down a rabbit hole with that stuff. But my point is, you get the point. It's just gay. The gay. It's just gay. But this is white man culture.
Right.
This is what it is. But the Bible says, don't be homosexual. White man tells you, be a homosexual. So who you gonna listen to? Somebody lying.
You listen to the dude that don't know how to, hold his bowels. You're gonna listen to the man that created the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Is it really a debate? It shouldn't be, but so be it.
So but Slovakia. That's all we got for today. The wild for everybody that tuned into the Sabbath service. We're about to close with prayers in a second. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. And again, the participation is always encouraged. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, always feel free to put them in the chat.
Right.
You got anything before we end the class?
No, sir.
All right. So with that,
I do.
Go ahead.
Piece of unleavened bread closing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Get to a school near you, man. Come. You know what I'm saying? Come get with your peoples, man. Come drink, have food, break your fast of the unleavened bread. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be there?
Where's that?
Here. Tomorrow.
Oh, here tomorrow.
That's 7
a.m. p.m.
p.m. Okay. On sign of Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Get to a school near you, man. You know what I'm saying?
What? Somebody had a question.
Please. How did they calculate those ages? How did they know the ages of the families and their kids' age?
If their families and
is he talking about the draft or the Bible?
I think he's probably talking about who's his mom? Tom. How did they calculate those ages, or since leaving Egypt? Oh, no, that's somebody else. They calculate those ages, and how did they know the ages? The family send their kids' ages. They probably just They probably just kept a record of it. That's all it is.
Or these brothers volunteered. This is the fight for the Lord.
That's all it is. Because you can kind of don't think of it as like we talk about ancient times. Don't think of it like brothers just didn't have knowledge of nothing. Like there was still math and science back then still too. So obviously we're not celebrating birthdays, but they probably still kept like a record of like, okay, this person is such and such years old. I mean, it's in the Bible actually.
I was born when we was in this land. That was about 20 years ago.
Yeah, like an approximate.
Yeah.
Even when like same thing with like Abram and Sarai, they give like was like 93 school years old. Like they still get like a reference of how old they are,
Right.
or like an estimate. So that's about it. What you got?
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
About the birthdays, why not celebrate birthdays?
We don't celebrate birthdays because it's a pagan holiday. It's not in the Bible. Anything that is not in the Bible, we don't celebrate. The only time you actually hear of, just to give you a summary of a birthday in a sense in the Bible, was actually from Pharaoh, who's an Egyptian. So again, pagan holiday, and somebody actually was killed during that day. Also, if you go like a little bit more into it, the Lord is a jealous God, correct?
Yeah.
So when you celebrate your birthday, that comes from celebrating yourself as a god. Because at that time, Pharaoh, he's not one of us. He's an Egyptian. He thinks that he is above God. So a birthday, to celebrate your birth, is appointing yourself above the Most High. Even though to us it might seem harmless, like, oh, okay, like we're just throwing a birthday party for a 1-year-old or something. The Lord is not like that, because again, pagan holiday, not of us, and you're in a sense honoring that person above God, if that makes sense. Same reason why we don't celebrate Christmas, pagan holiday. Halloween for sure is a pagan holiday. That's actually a satanic holiday.
Right.
Definitely don't do that. Anything that is not of the Bible. We celebrate high holy days, which is all through Leviticus. You can read it all through Leviticus chapter 23. If you come to class tomorrow, I actually probably could give you like a more in-depth explanation of it. But yeah, that's why we don't celebrate any pagan holidays. Okay. So just to answer that. Anybody?
His brother's asking for a number.
A number for a class?
Yeah, to class.
Yeah. For class, I can give a cat number. Yeah, we can give.
Or I won't say it.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna type my email.
Okay. Yeah, we do that.
Email me. I'll get you Kevin Godolphin's number.
Okay.
That's my email right there. So shoot me an email or something, and I'll get you Kevin's number.
Okay. What's on price?
Now Kevin Godolphin's number is it? All over the conversation.
All right. Any other questions? Yeah, one more. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's a longer question, but what's permitted on Sabbath and what's not permitted?
So, okay, I can give you the rundown real quick. So, on the Sabbath, right? A Sabbath is a rest day. That was originally what was made for us by the Lord. It was actually made for us. So, obviously, don't sin. But if you, let's say for whatever reason you weren't able to make it today, you can just kind of do your thing. Like you don't got to do anything super extravagant. Like you can still cook. You can still, I don't know, like go out with your ribs somewhere, go out to eat, hang out with the kids. Like it's your rest day. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. Do you normally work on a Saturday?
Depends. Yeah, sometimes it's like, okay, if something pops up, yeah or no.
Okay, so if you really have to work on like the Saturday, you're not in the wrong. Now, let's say if you were to own a business, you are not permitted to make other people work on Saturday because that's supposed to be a rest day. Now, the world we live in right now, we're kind of, we're under captivity. Christ is not here yet. So if you are scheduled and you really have to go to your job on a Saturday, the Lord is not going to be mad at you. At the end of the day, we still got to pay our bills. Like certain things just happen sometimes, but you're fine though. But that's really all it is. It's just a rest day. You can still cook. You can still do whatever you normally do. You can kick back, have a beer at the crib or something if that's what you wanted to do. It's fine. Other places might teach you something a little bit more ludicrous, like, oh, you can't cook during the Sabbath. Yes, you can. You can cook. Or you have to eat cold cut sandwiches, or you can't shower. Some people teach that.
Can't shower?
Yeah, which is crazy.
I gotta be musty.
Yeah, no, it's just
no
a rest
sense
day.
at all.
That's all it is, just a rest day. What I would tell you is now if you're attending Sabbath service, okay, let's say it's Friday before sundown. Once sundown hits, you have to be clean before sundown if you want to attend Sabbath service. But you attend any class, you got to be clean. So that obviously, just to give you a little bit of a rundown, I'll just say it. Let's say you're with your woman, you're intimate with your woman, but it's past sundown, you are unclean. You cannot physically come to class. Or if you attended a funeral, I forgot how long you're unclean for.
7 days.
7 days. If you had to attend a funeral, let's say Tuesday, you're unclean for 7 days, you would not be able to attend the Sabbath. But that's really with any class, you want to be clean prior, right? So the Sabbath actually technically starts Friday sundown, and it's held now, and then the end of the Sabbath would technically be Saturday sundown, if that makes sense. So that's it. It's not too complicated. You just go on about your day. That's usually what it is. But if you attend a class or any class, just be clean. That's about it.
Going to the Feast of Unleavened Bread 4.
Oh, you thought you couldn't see yet? So, excellent. Yes, you can cook. For now, so what other classes have you attended?
Breakdown was it?
Yes, for sure.
For the breakdown, did they already give you the breakdown of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, or they didn't give you that yet?
Do it. No.
No, that's fine.
Or
So
if they did, they didn't download.
yeah, nah, you're good. So tomorrow will be the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So traditionally, what we would do, you're fine because like you're new. So last Sunday, you get rid of all leaven in your house. Anything with like yeast, baking, so like bread, usually things like that. And we do not consume anything with leaven for 7 days. But you also have to have unleavened bread. So like think of like a corn tortilla. You can have that. That's like the simplest one that I can think of. Have that at least like once every day up to the closing. Now, when the closing happens, we break that, and now we can have leaven again. But it's supposed to symbolize, taking the impurities out of ourselves, if that makes sense. And you want to get that out of your house. So you're fine. I know you're new. So if you do have any bread, or if you've eaten any bread up until this point, you're fine. I would say just to be in the spirit, don't eat any leavening up until tomorrow when we break it. If that makes sense. So if you like I said, corn tortillas, anything with like that, like you're fine. But like flour tortillas, no. Or bread, cakes, stuff like that usually have leavening. Don't eat that for now. So that's pretty much it. But then after tomorrow, you'll be able to eat it. Okay. Okay. All right. So Slakia, for the sake of time, we're gonna close the class. So Hydra wishes me to stand. It's me and the brother up here.
Yasser Allah, which means to Israel.
Yahweh Shai, Man of Israel, gird up thy loins and press the Torah. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Yah.
So I'll have you come right here. So stand right here. All right, so you're gonna do this, so feet together like this. All right, so you're gonna go. So this is imagine when you just stand like this. So both of them, not on your hips, just like kind of. Yeah, there you go, there you go. So that's imagine. Then you're gonna do imagine Shabbat. So you're gonna step with your right foot out like this, and then put both of your hands kind of like small on your back, right? Okay. Then we're gonna go imagine. So feet together again. You'll put your hands to the side. Now you're gonna pull rock. So you'll take your right arm, you put it kind of like the chest. Right, so rock, and then you'll take that one. Put it here. So here, this one, yep. And then you're gonna repeat after me. So you're gonna go Yahweh, Yahweh, Hashem, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Barak, Yah, Yah. All right. And then that's you'll get the sequence of it, and then you just take the sequence out. So take this back off.
All right, imagine one point Yahakodam. To stand, face the east.
So now you'll stand and you'll face this way. And then we're going to go through the prayers. And then he's going to read it in the Hebrew first. Just repeat it as best as you can. And then I'll also read it in the English. And you'll just repeat that for us. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Come on. These are the prayers in the Hebrew, beginning with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Hayah, Isupk, Yahweh, Malakotka, Taba'ah, Zaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Nakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawathinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayanawa, Balasaya 1, Abal, Kawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atabara, Lawalamya. Come on.
So now this is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
This is the Hakak power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'astem Yahushai, Babakasha, Nathanawa, Hakak, Narapa'ah, Call Makala, Call Madawa, Hakak, Latzahar, Hamatzabrayim, Hakak, Lahaquayim, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawa, Tama'ala, Lagar Son, Ba'astem Yahushai, the water Aman.
Hakak is the power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is blessed Israel in Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasra'ala, Wahabayah, Saparia, Barak, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the water, Aman.
What we just said was, Lord,
in
the name of Yahweh Shai.
The name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Yinya.
All. Haryam. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Isaiah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Shah. Samayam. Wa'aratza. Ayathan. Namawat. Ragalka. Ayanawam. Samarka. Kanala'a. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yashun. Shawamar. Yashra'ala. Yahweh. Samarka. Yahweh. Zazalka. Yad. Yamyanka. Nawamum. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarah. Belayallah. Yahweh. Shamarka. Call. Rai. Yashamar. The Pascha. Yahweh. Shamar. Tazahaka. Babawaka. Ma'ata. Why? I will love.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel,
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite
The
thee
sun
by
shall
day,
not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
He
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going
The
out
Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time
From
forth
this time forth
and even
forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
All the Mialaka.
All the Milakah.
All Taka Arash.
All the Karash.
All the Shaquat.
All the Shquat.
All Kayahan. Sorry. All. Sorry. All. Kayahana. Ayawabika. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Alaimaka. Yariyamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Yaitisakwa. Al Tizapawanyaka. Amarwa. Akawa. Wanakakidam. Goya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shemesha Allah. Wada. Kaya. Nawa Aitizawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Ayaka. Barya. Akawaka. Ahoya. Adawam. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagariam. Gabal. Waimawan. Waimalak. Palasha. I'm your Shabia. Tazawar. Gab Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawat. Labunya. Lawat. Salat. Aksha. Lahum. Kamadya. Kasaya. Sarah. Kayabya. Manakal. Koyashwan. Shan Mawa. Ba'ayan. Da'ra. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatomo. Nada. Yamawa. Ka'ira. Because of Bach. Because of Zalmanai. Call us Yakamwa. Ashar. Or Marwa. Naira Shah. Nanawa. So like Na'awa. Alahaya. Alahaya. Shayatamo. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapunya. Rawaka'a. Ka'ash. Tabaibra. Yaibra. Wakalahaba. Talahat. Haryam. Kun. Tharadama. Basaibra. Wabasa. Wapaka. Tabahalam. Mala'a. Punyahum. Kalawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Ayai. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadu. Wayadaiwa. Kayata. Shamka. Yahweh. Labaka. Aywan. Alcohol. Ha'aratza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo.
Thine
Thine
enemies
make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
They that hate
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people
And
consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thine hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
let us cut them
let
off.
us cut them off
For being a nation.
from being a nation.
In the name of
That
Israel.
the name of Israel
No more remember.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted
For they
together
have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate
They are
against
confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of
The
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom,
the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
and Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and
and
Ammon,
Amalek, the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of
with the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
A sword also was joined
The
with
sword
them.
also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They have
Lot.
hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as to the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
at
Kison,
the brook of Kison,
which perished at the door.
which perished at Endor.
It became dung for
They
the earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeid.
And like Zaid.
Yea. All their princes.
As the Bach.
And as a
Almuna.
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
the house of God.
In
possession.
Oh my God.
Make them like a will.
As the stubble before the wind.
As a fire burns
the wood.
And as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. Let me seek thy name. Oh Lord. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth. These are the blessings in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayim, Matzav Yah, Alawapia Hana, Alawapia, Hasaranya, Hakwatzayanya, Hakahoyoya, wa Akwatyan, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, the water. Amen. This is blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. The name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. All right, so these are the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Listen to us. Now. Right now. Send evil. And curses. And punishment. And destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophet. The teacher. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evil. And curses. And punishment. And destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nation and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues, and armies. Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinhead, Posse Comitatus, the Gable, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, that's the space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, the cable access channel, and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy words. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. Always. So be it. Sorry, it's me. Okay, before we close the class, we have an anointing prayer. Do you want to be anointed at all, brother? Or what? You good for today? Okay, no sweat. Okay, so with that being said, most likely. All right, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teachers. So you'll just repeat. I walk you through, okay? So same thing I showed you before. So this is a Majim. Yep, just like that. So we'll do a Majim Shabbat, right foot out, hands in the small of your back, and then we're going to do a Majim one more time. and then Barak, so your right hand on the chest, and we're gonna say, it's like it. He says actually. So just repeat after me. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Barak, a thumb. So the thumb is plural, so you're excluding two teachers. And then now we're going to repeat back to you.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Barakatah.
So we say thug because you're the only brother here right now. So just sing it. And then Yajmatah, so you'll take your right hand down. And then class dismiss.